Have you ever heard someone say, I'm a visual learner, or I learn best by doing? You have probably heard these phrases in schools, workplaces, and online learning discussions. But where do these ideas come from? They come from one of the most widely discussed frameworks in education, the VARK model. In this video, you will learn what the VARK model is, how instructional designers can use it in a practical way when designing learning experiences. Let's get started. What is the VARK model? The VARK model was developed by educator Neil Fleming. VARK is an acronym for 4 learning preferences. Visual, learning through diagrams, charts, graphs, maps, and other visual representations. Aural, sometimes called auditory, learning through listening, conversations, lectures, and discussions. Read or write, learning through text, books, manuals, lists, and written notes. Kinesthetic, learning through hands-on activities, real-life practice, experiments, and physical exercises. Think of these as different ways to learn the same thing. You might naturally prefer one approach over another, while someone else may prefer a different one. And that's perfectly okay. Most people use a mix of different approaches depending on what they are learning. Let me ask you a question. Right now, as you're learning by watching this video, which type of learning is it? Visual learning, auditory learning, both visual and auditory learning, kinesthetic learning? Take a second and choose your answer. If you picked option 3, you are right. Here is why. As you watch this video, you are learning through 2 channels at the same time. Visual learning happens through the text, images, animations, and visuals you see. Auditory learning happens through the narration and explanation you hear. That's why educational videos are considered multimedia learning. They combine both visual and auditory information to make learning more effective. How instructional designers can apply VARK? Use VARK as a design lens. Think of it as a reminder to include different ways for learners to access, process, and practice the material. Here is a simple strategy. First, identify the learning goal. What should learners be able to do by the end? Second, present important information in more than one format by pairing the same idea with text, visuals, audio, and practice. Imagine you're designing a course on workplace safety. You could simply give learners a PDF and hope they understand it. Or you could present the same concept in different ways. For example, show an infographic illustrating the safety process. Explain the key points through narration. Provide a downloadable checklist for reference. Let learners practice in a realistic scenario. You are not changing the learning objective. You are simply giving learners multiple ways to engage with the same content. That's the idea behind applying the VARK model in instructional design. Subscribe to the channel to learn about instructional design models, learning theories, and practical frameworks that can help you create better learning experiences. Thank you for watching.